Hello, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 3, episode 40, episode number 400.
400.
Woo! How's it going?
Oh, man.
It's going.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
It really is.
Yeah. Like, I went through old episode titles today, as you guys know, and I was like, damn, we were really funny, even back then. Like, sometimes you go back and you're like, ooh, I shouldn't have said this. It was a different time. And then, you look at the titles and you're like, oh, but we were still funny.
It's nice
anyway.
to have that through line of consistency.
Yeah. That was back when I did bloopers at the end of each episode.
Oh, gosh.
And then I started taking them aside.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was a thing.
Yeah. We are joined live in the chat. Janet said congrats on 400. Thank you. Ro also says happy 400. Your friendship in the pod means the world to me. You made me laugh, cry, think, and all things in between. I love you tons and tons and tons. Congratulations. We love you tons and tons and tons. All of you.
Just for you, literally yesterday, there were some quails on my deck, and I filmed them, and I almost sent it to you, but just that's
and then I forgot until right now.
The quails made me think of you.
I was like, is that too much to send? I'm sure. Anyway,
yeah. I
always think of you, Ro, now when I see birds. So.
Yeah,
love you too.
I need to do a quick disclaimer. Yesterday, I bought a little thing of champagne to pop tonight, as we do, as is customary for these milestone episodes. I put it in the freezer, and then I forgot all about it. And it is now very frozen.
It's a shampsicle.
It's a shampsicle. There we go. I'm getting brushing the dirt off of it, the frost off of it. Anyway, yes. Jay was like, when I put it in, he was like, you don't want it to blow up like that other one. I was like, you mean the one from the broadcast? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, that was white wine. It was fine. He was like, but didn't you have that in there for like a day? And I was like, nah, that was like months. That was a long time. Rose said, quills are my dream list. Thanks for thinking me. Please send them along. And then Janet said, congrats on the new cat, Amanda. And congrats on your less new cats. We're all cool cats in this place.
Oh man, he was being such a jerk today, though. Man, this cat is like a real character.
Oh no!
Gets up on the counter, he won't get down. So if anyone has any advice for keeping cats off the counter, tinfoil doesn't work. Turns out he actually really likes it.
Spray bottle?
No, he likes water. That's usually actually why he jumps up on the counter, because he hears water running and he's like.
That just means that he doesn't like the water you're giving him. That's all. He's looking for a different water source.
But then he doesn't drink it. He just likes to look at it.
Is it still water that you're giving him?
Yeah, I got him one of those bubbly water things, and then it immediately broke. And I've been too busy to figure out how to make it unbroke.
I'm going to send you the one we got for Vivian. She loves it. It stopped her from going on the counter. She only goes on the counter for chicken now. And and we eat a lot of chicken in our house. Vivian is entertaining as hell. Yes, she is. Alex, we had Jay is seeing Pearl Jam right now. So the kids, I was like, I'm making you guys chicken strips. I have rotisserie chicken that I cut up the other day. I was like, I'm gonna do my thing. I'll make you guys happy with your thing. Well, Alex he eats the crispy part, like the fried bread part, but he takes it off the ends and leaves the ends parts like it's a crust on his plate. And as soon as he left the table, Vivian jumped up on his chair. She one by one just yoinked the little bread crust from the chicken strip. Then after she did that and took it wherever she took it to, she came back up and I hear slurp, slurp, slurp. And she's fucking licking the ranch dressing that he left there. And I was totally. No, that's disgusting. Stop it. That's when I was like, no.
I'm now picking cat hairs out of food. He was licking a block of tofu. I'm like, we're going to eat that. Stop.
Jay said the worst thing I ever did for Vivian was give her human food, but she really likes it, and it's probably better for her.
Yeah, well, especially if it's meat. Cats are strictly carnivores.
I know.
So yeah,
I know. Anyway, yay cats.
We digress.
We digress. I don't even know where we were going. But Alex is mad at me right now. Like, he hates me. He kicked me out of his room like several times tonight because I'm writing that book and they wanted me to read them a chapter. And I said, I can read you an entertaining chapter, but it's kind of scary. If it's not scary, it's suspenseful because the kids might get in trouble. And he's like, yeah, I want to know. So I read it and like he's rolling his eyes throughout it and whatnot. And then like we get to the cliffhanger chapter part and like, you know, I was always going to read them to the first half of the next chapter to resolve the cliffhanger. And like, he is like flipping out. He's like, don't make them get in trouble. Don't make them get in trouble. And I was like, they're not going to get in trouble. Don't worry. They're not going to get caught. He's like, just don't let them get caught. And I was like, okay. So I read the rest of it. And like, Zachary is like, that's really good. That's really like, I loved it. And Alex is like, I hated it. You need to delete it right now. Kids are going to hate it. They don't want to see kids almost get in trouble. I was like, do they want to see kids get in trouble? Like, I'm confused. He's like, no. Just take the whole part out. Take it all out. They just want smooth going. And then Alex is like,
yeah.
And I was like,
smooth going.
Well,
smooth going.
The characters are in like 5th, 6th, 7th grade. So like
breezy.
Yeah, I'm breezy, like good. The age group that it was intended for, Zachary, is he likes it.
Well,
but
still
Alex,
just like story structure, typically, you know.
Right, exactly.
Right. There's got to be a little bit of conflict.
Yeah, well, he helped me write a part of, so they're in this like house, but it's like one of those like historic homes, and they have like, you know, like your school takes you on a tour of, and Alex wanted the character that was based on him to play with a taxidermy squirrel. I swear to fucking God. So we write this whole scene between his character and the taxidermy squirrel, and it's so fucking stupid. And he loves it. And he read it to Jay and Zachary yesterday, doing the voices and everything. And I was like, well, we're going to keep this in as long as we're going to keep this in, I guess. He was like, it's so
a budding
funny.
Little writer.
Yeah.
But the part that's like the actual story. He was like, I hate it. I'm going to get up early and I'm going to get on your computer and I'm going to delete it.
He's more into the world building than the...
I know. I was like, oh, the fuck you are. I'm going to sleep with my laptop under my pillow tonight. Judy's in the chat says, when I was Alex's age, I would run out of the room when TV shows got to the point where people were getting in trouble. That's what Zach usually does. Honestly, I thought Alex would love this scene and Zach would be freaked out. But no, Zach was like super into it. Matt, I can go for some smooth going these days.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. They all went to sleep. It was fine, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out if I have a horse's head in my bed tomorrow morning. Like a stuffed animal horse.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is that a new expression or?
You need a section in the back of the book with bonus. Oh, maybe. Well, I have actually, I'm going to do a prologue and an epilogue, but I need to finish the whole thing before I do the prologue. It's going to like set up the whatever. And I kind of wanted to see where I went before I like set it up. Yeah, but they don't know that. And there's like another mystery character that they don't know who it is. And Jay was like trying to read over my shoulder today. And I was like, stop it. This is not for you. This is for them. Because we're trying to get Zach to read more. Because this whole thing started because, you guys, I don't know if anybody listening there, this whole book thing started because when we went to Zach's open house in the fall, the 5th grade teachers like gathered all the parents in the room and they were very strictly like, we love that they like the graphic novels, but we really need to get them all reading books that are their like grade level to read. Like they need to read chapter books. And like, we got Zach into those books that were like the unicorn, the guy that like, he's the Democrat that wrote the World War II books for kids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got him into Alan Gratz, I think is his name. And then we got him into those, but then like he went through all the World War II books and he tried to read one of the 9/11 books. And yes, they're writing fiction books about fictional accounts with 9/11 now. Yes, they are. It's 25 years
history.
Yep. Yes, it is. Anyway, but like he was bored with that because it wasn't World War II. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry that my personal history is boring to you, but whatever. Anyway, so then he like went back to the graphic novels and like he's gotten into new ones, but still I was like, no, we need to like get you into like books. So now that's how this whole thing started.
I think it's great.
Thanks.
I think it's wonderful.
Thank you. Everybody has characters named after them.
Yay.
Yeah. Yay. Okay, so happy Mother's Day, belated happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hope you all had good days.
Indeed. What'd you do?
What did we do? Oh, they made me breakfast in bed, and then we
nice.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And then we went to late brunch at Parkside Restaurant, which I think you've all been to before, maybe, or at least one of you been to. It's downtown Raleigh. It's on the corner. I feel like we've all been there. Maybe it's on the corner, like by the park.
It's also possible that I just forgot.
Yeah.
I just go along for the ride when I'm in Raleigh. I'm like, wherever we are, that's where we are.
So we did that because I was at 2:30, and then what did we do after that? I don't know. We just had a very chill day. It was very nice. They got me this really cool vase that is in the shape of a book, and it's supposed to be for like house plants that go in your like bookshelf. It's really cool.
Yeah. I got something similar for my sister-in-law for Mother's Day.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. So, and then they got me really pretty flowers. So it was really cool.
Nice.
And it wasn't a bit like probably the best part was, so they made me the breakfast and then they like dropped it off, and then Zach went downstairs to watch TV, and Jay went into the kitchen to make everybody else's breakfast. And Alex stayed with me, and he like sat there one-on-one and was like, I don't want you to eat breakfast alone. And like he talked to me like a big kid without like any of like his normal like goofing off shit. And like it was really nice. And I was like, he's like, and I promise that I will do anything you ask me, even if you ask me to brush my teeth 7 times today while I'm in the middle of watching TV, I will brush my teeth. And I was like, oh, fun. I like this.
You do got to keep those gums around. But
I know. So anyway, yeah, it was nice. You guys do anything?
We Eden had dance class in the morning, and I went to exercise. So the gift I gave myself.
Nice.
Which I am still feeling. The glute muscles are really. I'm in some pain, guys. I'm in some pain. And then we came back here and sort of got showered and changed. It was like a beautiful day here in New York. So we decided I was like, I want to get out of the neighborhood and do something. So we went to Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Oh, nice.
And we got lunch, and they've got a bunch of like cool kids stuff. Like there's a really cool like water park for kids in the summer, and there's like swings, and there's like this big sandbox, which is where we ultimately ended up because they also have like beach volleyball courts near where we were eating. And so like Eden was watching like the young people like, you know, coming in and out, and they were putting their shoes on and like getting changed and stuff. And Eden's like, oh, I want to do that. And she's like trying to take off her shoes and like go in there. And I was like, oh girl, no, you can't do that. And she's like, I need to be in sand. So we went to the sandboxes, and we were there for like an hour and a half.
Touching grass, touching sand, all the same.
Yeah. And then we got some ice cream, which was a delight. They had this ice cream place. It was like one of those like cool boutique-y ones that just have all these sort of like wacky flavors.
Ooh.
And they had a flight, which ends up being like cheaper than getting like 2 single scoops. Like,
brilliant.
So Daniel's like, we should just get on a flight because that's going to be cheaper. And I was like, that's a great idea.
And you get to try more things.
And it's like, now I don't have to decide which one to pick. I can pick all of them. So that was great. And then on the way home, we're like heading back to the car, and like Eden took a massive digger on the sidewalk and like skinned both knees like real bad. And like, I thought she hit her head on like the park bench. Thankfully she did not. Or if she did, like her knees hurt too much to be aware that anything else hurt. But yeah, just blood, and our our elevator was out until yesterday. No, not yesterday. It was out until this morning. So we've been, walking up and down 6 flights of stairs. And because her knees were like hurt so bad, she's like, I can't walk up the stairs. So I like carried her and get to the top of the stairs, and my cute outfit's like covered in like little kid blood. And I'm like, yeah, this is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is it. This is motherhood. This is it.
Mother's Day like a mom.
Yeah, but you know what? I got that shit out. I took it out of the wash today, clean as a whistle.
Oh,
Jumpsuit lives on.
That's
yay.
Speaking of shit, I have to say that's the second time that I've heard you use that expression. She took a major digger.
Took a digger?
Yeah, and both times, because I've never heard that before. I understood from context, but both times I was expecting you to say she took a major dump. So I was expecting that story. Both times I was expecting that story to go a different way. No. Something else to be covering your
I didn't realize
clothes, but
I didn't realize that digger wasn't.
When you told us that story right before so you started that story right before we hit record, and the first time before Major Digger, I also thought you were going to say dump. This time around, I knew what you were going to say, but I was like, oh, she took a major dump where? The playground?
No, we're pretty potty trained now.
Everybody's still
accident in like 2 years.
You can take a dump and still be potty trained.
That's true.
In the chat, Lisa says, same shit.
Leave!
Oh, this is like not a thing to fall down, to trip over one's own feet.
Never heard it before. Now I've heard it twice. And that's in my defense. That's why both times I expected a major dump, because the first time I didn't internalize it, because again, I never heard it. So yeah.
Man, the things you learn that are just not common knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that fried dough pizza was not a universal thing that everybody eats and enjoys. Yeah.
Fried dough pizza, like fried
dough pizza. No, like a Zeppoli.
Yeah. It's I think it's a Northeast thing, because they really have Zeppolis over here. It's wherever the Italians are.
Yeah. It's like it's like a Zeppoli. So it's like fried dough, but just take off the powdered sugar and put sauce and some shaker cheese on there. It's the best.
It's a fair food, Shandy, mostly.
It's a fair food. But I also didn't realize that that's not a thing that everybody eats all the time. It's like the things in your sheltered life, I guess.
That's why you need to all get out more.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, anything else before we move on? Okay, so we're going to do a whole bunch of happy 400 to us stuff on the back half of the episode. Just cause. But because you know why? Because I said so. So sorry. Because I'm an asshole, and that's what I said. No, I just thought
it's our 400th.
It's our 400th. We don't have we don't have a ton of feedback, and we want everybody to participate. So we're going to make you wait for that. But in the meantime, I'm bringing back something that was on the list from a few weeks ago. This was an Ask Reddit, and the question was, what improved your quality of life so much that you wish you did it sooner?
Oh.
And what I liked about this is that it was not just a nice little box of certain responses. Ooh, yeah. Lily says, I want fried dough with cheese.
Yeah, you do.
Always want fried dough with cheese.
It's really good.
Shout out to Lisa and Lily for both showing up. Thanks.
Yeah. Woo.
Some of my Montana friends that I sent the link to.
Welcome.
Welcome.
All right. The first thing and again, these are kind of more sentimental than I thought, but because it's our 400th episode, I thought that we could go the sentimental route.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that for us.
All right. The first thing is Spin Tiff says, in my early 20s, I learned it was okay to say, I don't know, instead of pretending I knew what somebody was talking about. People are excited to share what they know. It's such a simple thing that led to a lot of professional and social growth for me.
I like that.
I learned that too.
Totally.
Because this is stupid, but like my first new community that I went into in a long time was my geocache community. And they're all like, you know, fairly older than I am. And I realized that a lot of them also really like to just talk. And when we used to do things like out and about, like during COVID or whatever, because you can go outside and do things, like I would just kind of sit there and listen to people and be like, let them talk about themselves. And it really taught me a lot. I was like, oh my God, I'm not leaving this hike being like, did I say something stupid? I let other people say all the things. And it was great.
It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah. And then I still don't know sometimes, but like, yeah. Oops, sorry. Jay is now sending me videos from the Pearl Jam concert, but obviously, I'm not going to watch it right now. Okay. So somebody replied to this and they said, I feel like this is a big one. Another thing that I implemented a few years ago is to reduce the urge to say, I know, when somebody shares something with me. I realize that I hate it when other people do it to me, so I probably should avoid it as well. Even if I say it in a pleasant way or show that I'm interested, I think it's easy for someone to feel like I'm dismissing what they're saying or that it's not worth their time sharing the information with me. So instead, I will say, instead of I know, you're right, or that's true, or thanks for sharing or telling me. I find most people feel better about sharing what they know now. I've also tried to make sure I don't make people feel bad about what they don't know either. I avoid you didn't know, or how could you not know, or anything else that may make someone feel ashamed or embarrassed for not knowing. That is cool. I work on that all the time with my family when they say something and I'm like, well, actually.
Yeah, no, that's a
Biden
good
lowered
reminder.
prescription drugs. Yeah, actually, Biden lowered prescription drug costs first. Trump just canceled it and then reinstated it. But okay.
But sure.
Yeah. Wait, what? There's an air traffic control crisis? Well, actually, none of this was happening when Pete and Biden were in charge.
Right.
But okay.
So
there were problems, but like not this problem. Not
these problems. And Pete generally made like the airlines pay fines, like lots and lots and lots of money.
He's doing his best.
Here we're just like, oh no. Anyway. Okay.
But in general.
Yeah, in general. When you're talking to non-people like that.
Well, and also like there are many things that it could be, many topics, and like I'm sure there are some very embarrassing things that I don't know. So
yes. Yeah, there's some things I think about, even like we've talked about this when we're like doing this show where like I'll be like, wow, 6 fucking years ago, I said this and I was so wrong.
Just today I learned what taking a digger is.
Yeah.
And just today I learned that that's not a common knowledge phrase.
It is sure not. And I also lived in the Northeast for a long time and I had never heard that. Lisa said, what is that beautiful cocktail?
Me?
I guess. Mine
Probably,
is water.
Mine's just a beer.
Yeah, mine is just some Trader Joe's rosé mocktail.
Ooh.
Highly recommend if you're like trying to sort of like California sober it. Trader Joe's has a lot of
I didn't know that.
Sober it.
Oh, that's good to know.
Another expression I'm not familiar with.
California sober is actually when you only smoke weed but you don't do anything else.
When you do drugs and you don't drink.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
like that's a whole thing.
Another thing I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's been a thing for like decades, Shandy, because I've known that.
I don't know about I just discovered this, within the past couple of years.
Hold on, let me rephrase that, Shandy. You're right. That's true.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Oh dear. You didn't know.
Oh dear. I literally just said, how the fuck could you not know that? Which is what we just talked about.
It is ironic having spent many years in California, but what I'm maybe hearing is that in California we don't say it.
No, they do.
Not. I think it depends. I was actually talking about this weekend with some friends that like did live here, but now they live in like Berkeley area. And they were saying how they're sort of California sober.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they're
one of
in,
my
you know, they've only been there for like a year or two. So
So
yeah,
I first
Okay.
they're
heard it.
newbies.
oh.
I first heard it when Demi Lovato was going through all of her issues, like maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and she was trying to be
Ah.
California sober. And everybody was like, "Well, Demi, you're an addict. I don't think that's going to work." But she was like, "No, I can do
It's
some
gonna work
weed."
for you.
And then, like 5 years later, she almost died, so it didn't work for her. But anyway, that's when I first heard the term. I know Miley Cyrus has used it before. So like celebrities using it is when I first came
shit.
into
Okay.
knowledge with it. Yes. Okay. Ready to ask the question, what improved your quality of life so much that you wish you did it sooner? Somebody said, it sounds cliche, but diet and exercise. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of make America healthy again, go bathe in the toxic waters.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed this headline. Do I even want to know?
Did he put his head underwater?
Well, his fucking kids
He
did.
might get
or
another
grandkids
fucking brain
did.
worm. Oh god. Yeah.
Oh God, where?
Okay,
oh
so
gosh, where were
Amanda-
they swimming? Oh no.
Okay, so RFK Jr., Brainworm Central, they went to Rock Creek, which is in Washington, D.C., with his grandkids for Mother's Day. Except the problem with doing that, and they took pictures and all that, is that there's like fucking signs saying don't swim here. And according to the National Park Service, Rock Creek has high levels of bacteria and other infectious pathogens that make swimming, wading, and other contact with the water a hazard to human and pet health. And most namely, it has E. coli, like high E. coli values, and like sewage population, because, like antiquated
Gross.
sewers, like,
Yeah.
there, DC. Anyway, that motherfucker
great.
took his grandkids and posted pictures of them swimming in the sewer water.
Oh my God. I can't even work up enough energy to be surprised about this. It's just like, of course.
I'm sure because he's thinking it's mind over matter, right?
And fecal matter. Mind over fecal matter.
Gosh, look at all these people showing up. This is my friend who came down from Montana to run the Big Sur Marathon.
Oh,
Hey!
congratulations on your race.
Yeah, did you find a flat run? Did you find one in Kansas? Janice says, my answer is retirement, definite improvement in life. Yes, that feels like a definite improvement in life. Blackout curtains. I will say blackout curtains, and for me, the eye mask. The eye mask.
Oh my God, yes.
Fucking game changer.
Big game changer.
Eye mask,
and the sound machine.
Earplugs. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do those because I need to make sure if I hear like a nightmare or something.
Yeah, because Daniel's not waking up, so I got to be the one that's
Yeah. I had a terrible nightmare last night that we went to London for 10 days and we forgot to fill I forgot to fill Vivian's food bowl. And like at some point I was like awake enough to recognize that she was sleeping on my back. So then like in my dream that became she came in the car with us to go to the airport. So then she was going to stay in the car for like 10 days. And it was like terrible. No. It was awful.
Oh, Vivian.
I know. And then I woke up and then I was like, oh my God. Okay, Matt says CPAP machine was life-changing for him. Lisa says earplugs. Yeah. All these things. This person on Reddit's Big Intention 8500, which is a cool name. Moving out of my hometown, I never felt like I was I never felt like where I was from was home. I was never comfortable, kept hitting hurdles, trying to come up with and be better. But once I left my entire life, my entire life trajectory changed for the better. I am sorry. This person did not. Big Intention did not intend grammar here. Sorry. This person said, understanding that that working with someone smarter than you is a privilege and an opportunity to learn and hone your skills, not a threat.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that actually. Because when we're like, when you're young and scrappy.
Yeah. Like you can have a mentor.
Yeah.
Learn shit and grow.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Lise says, I realized I didn't need to be a raging dick because every little noise woke me up or kept me awake. That was the earplugs.
Amen.
Yeah. Again,
Yep.
Sorry. Someday, because my husband sleeps with a white noise machine, and that was like a year-long learning curve.
How to sleep with a white noise?
Yes.
Oh.
I need pitch silence.
Some people need silence. Yeah. You and Falcon,
no.
you guys are, I always say you're very
But I can't do earplugs because I have to have the kids. Like I have to hear them.
Yeah.
But I will say that because Jay travels once a month for a full week now for work. And like 2 months ago in March, he was gone for the week. And the fucking birds, the baby birds came out. And they're right outside my window. And they woke me up at like 5 a.m. And I was like, what the fuck? Why can't I go back to sleep? And then I realized that I had been sheltered from them by the white fucking noise machine.
Oh my God. I love our white noise machine.
5:20 in the morning, I had to put that fucking puppy on. I feel like Jay was right.
Mm-hmm. I like can't sleep without it now. Like last night I went to bed before Daniel, and because I was just like so tired, like the cat, I'm still not like fully sleeping correctly. But like I had lights off, I'm like eye mask on, and I realized I forgot to turn on the white noise machine. And then I was like, oh no, now what do I do? I can't sleep without it, but I also can't get up. I'm like in bed. So I'll just have to lie here awake until Daniel comes and turns it on.
I know that's the worst. And it's also like that. And then like when you wake up at like 3 and you're like, I have to pee, but it's not that bad. I'll go back to sleep. And then you wake up at 4 and you're like, I have to pee just a little bit more, but it's still, I can still sleep on my stomach. I'm okay. But then you wake up at 6 and you're like, God damn it. I should have peed at 3 because now I'm awake.
Yeah.
Jenna says I did I did the white noise machine when I worked grave shift. I needed to block mowers and street noises. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. That's rough.
Okay, real quick, finishing this up. Oh gosh, this one is dark. I nanny cammed my wife abusing her daycare kids and used the video to win my house in the divorce.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Taking vitamin D every day, it literally changed my life.
I take vitamin D as well. I was told
vitamin B
by my foot doctor.
Yeah, vitamin B has changed my life. My prescription strength vitamin B. Yeah. But I do a lot outside too to get that natural vitamin D. Hashtag make America healthy again.
Just stand outside and swim in questionable waters. So
I'm getting that vitamin D and that E. coli, baby.
Yeah, E. coli. It's the other vitamin.
I feel like there was a vitamin D low-hanging fruit joke here that we missed.
There is.
Oh
somebody in the chat, please make it, because D is also the 4th letter in the alphabet, and this is 400. So
that's true.
If you can make a vitamin D 400 joke, we will consider it very strongly for episode title.
I thought we were talking about dick.
Well, I mean, we could be talking about both.
I mean, I thought that's what we were alluding to. Okay.
I know. I was saying there's levels.
There's levels of D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
there's lots of D.
400 Ds potentially.
All of the D. All of the D. Okay, finishing up because we are going off the rails now. Let's see. Stop putting so much weight on what other people thought.
It's a good one.
I agree. That helps me a lot too. I still do it from time to time, but I don't do it as much like I used to. This person called Pineapple Juice Love, which is also a solid screen name, says getting diagnosed and medicated. Sometimes you can't just bootstrap yourself into a happy, productive person.
That's an RFK Jr.
But that brings
not
back
enough vitamin D in all the world sometimes.
This one goes out to Alex. A bidet. I'm honestly annoyed that I lived this long without one. If you ask Alex what his favorite part of Japan is, he is 7 fucking years old, and he will tell you it was the goddamn bidet. Lily says yes, a bidet. Joshua says vitamin B3, B7, and D400. Broads. Which is that the recommendation code of what to take, or is that like the Broadcasters 3, B3? I don't know what the 7 is. D400. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Matt says if only this was episode 500 because the Roman numeral is D. I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know. Yeah. We won't make it. Like, remember that for 100 from now.
But I maybe you might. You might. I definitely won't. You might.
I don't know. That's true.
Mandy will. She'll send something in.
Mandy, set a reminder.
Okay. Walking every day, sleep better, better mood, more energy when I'm working long hours and nights, blah, 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 blah. Hentai Jesus says getting on ADHD meds, it made me able to focus and get things done so much easier. It's calmed most of my racing thoughts because anxiety, yay. It's just overall made my quality of life go up. Face Poppies, another, like, all these people have great names. I mean, obviously they figured out how to improve their quality of life and fucking internet handle. Face Poppies says starting a band completely changed my life in all the best ways, not least of which is giving me a group of friends that I know I will see once a week minimum.
Yeah, that's great.
And then 2 more, because one's a nice one and one's a good one. Not the nice one isn't a good one. You know what I mean? Lindsay Turtle says volunteering. Meet people with the same interests and values as you. Be in the community, making it better. Feel good about yourself. Learn new skills for free. Honestly, there's no downside. Everyone should volunteer, especially if you're bored, lonely, or have any sort of existential dread.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally agree.
And then finally, LKP LCD says, I stopped being scared of failing at my hobbies or finding the learning process too difficult. I just said, fuck it and jump in. I just say, fuck it and jump in. It's an art at the end of the day. So however it turns out is however it turns out. I dreamed for years of experimenting with making music, but was always intimidated by expensive setups and a tedious learning process. About a year ago, I slowly started teaching myself modular synthetics. It's not a hard word, Colleen. Synesis. And when I'm creating, I feel happy and free. So yes, basically this guy says, if you're scared of something, just say fuck it and jump right in.
Love that. Good luck.
Exactly. You too can write a children's book that your children fucking hate.
Just today, though. Just hate it all the time. Just today.
Lee says, Alex and I sound like we'd be good friends. Alex is, I mean, he is wonderful, but he's kind of an asshole. I love him so much, though.
He's a real personality.
He is a huge personality. He actually, we talk about past lives all the time. That is our topic of conversation last night, actually. Where he was like, Mommy, how do you know if the life you're living is the one that's going to make you go to heaven, or if you're going to have to live again? And I was like, Alex, I don't know, but I feel like maybe, you know, you've got to fulfill a purpose, or like, you know, do something that like you can die like feeling satisfied, unlike your previous life, which I'm pretty sure you were a gangster and that's what you're here. Because he has, for the new people in the chat, he has this birthmark right here and a birthmark right here. I swear to fucking God, if you believe in that shit, it's like a bullet went through his shoulder at some point in a previous life. Like, it's really weird. Like, he just, it's like, it's not perfectly lined up. Like, it's like a trajectory kind of thing. Like, it's like they're on an angle, but like, it's cool and it's weird. Like, I don't know. Anyway, He is wonderful. Like I said, I love him so much, but he's definitely a huge personality. Yes. Joshua clarifies the B3, B7, D400 broad 7 days a week. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. I just got anxious. I'm like 7 days a week.
I spend 7 days a
It's a
week
lot of
with me, and
editing.
I don't want to do that to anybody else.
Oh my god. 1, 2 is enough for me. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll do, I don't know, whatever it takes us. We'll do 400 shit. We'll do feedback. We'll make fun of politics. I don't know. Who knows where it's going to take us? Here we go. Okay, for those of you out there, we pause for about 5 seconds, and then we start again. So give us a second.
And then when Colleen edits the show, she puts in a little commercial.
Slides it on in there.
Mm-hmm. Just slide it in like the vitamin D.
DM. Slide on.
Yeah, Stian.
Colleen, there's this podcast that Lee's had me listen to that I totally think you would love. I will send it to both of you, but it's
Okay.
Again, I believe that I spoke to Lee's about the fact that you would like it, and like
is it called Two Girls, One Ghost? Because I just discovered that podcast.
What?
No, it's called the Epilepsy. No, it's not that. I was going to say the Epilepsy Tapes, but that's not it.
Okay, because
Please help me out. There's
I was
usually like a 5-second delay, though.
I've been looking for replacements for Mysterious Universe.
Telepathy, the telepathy tapes. That's the Epilepsy tapes.
I've been listening
Oh
for
my God.
Mysterious Universe replacements, and I just can't find one that was like, of the same, whatever, like
Ilk.
not ilk, but like the same banter and like stuff that I like to hear about. But I recently discovered the Two Girls, One Ghost podcast.
God, that's kind of brilliant naming.
It is brilliant naming because they're not like gross like that or anything. It's kind of like if the three of us, but it was two of us, did a podcast about supernatural stories.
So like if it was two of us and one of us was a ghost.
Yes! Fuck.
So that's my first thought. It's like, well, is the ghost real or is it a metaphor?
Right.
No, it's a supernatural
two broads.
podcast. It's like spooked, but like not spooked because, all I have currently is like spooked. Yeah. And I've tried other ones, but I'm like, yeah. But no, I really like them. Two Girls, One Ghost.
God.
Okay.
Anyway,
and there's like a subset of the population. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. We're back. In case anybody didn't realize.
Okay. There's a subset of the population that fully gets that title, and then others that don't, and they don't have to.
That's fine.
Because you know what? If you missed that,
there was this whole discussion in PO today about how, yes, Biden should have dropped out earlier, and yes, the press didn't do him any favors with reporting on the good thing his administrations were doing, and he just constantly faced because everybody was so into. There was a whole discussion on PO. Janet, I think you were a part of it, but you were talking about just how, and by me talking a lot as I do, but it was everybody was so into the drama from the Trump years, and then they just couldn't deal. They fucking jonesing like goddamn fucking addicts for the high of what happened there, because the Biden they called him Sleepy Joe because you could sleep at night, ha 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 ha. Anyway, we're talking about that, and I forget where I was going with this, but essentially it was people are stupid. I'm sorry, where was I going with this?
Well, we're kind of talking about two girls, one pot, one.
Oh yes, okay,
podcast.
Okay, yes. Okay, now I remember how I'm going with this. Okay. But
also a great title for a podcast.
I said that 3 girls, 1 podcast. Yes. 3 girls, 400 podcast. Episode title. We got it.
Boom.
1D. Okay, Okay, so yes, this is what we came. The spoiler alert: how the thread finished was bottom line. What Biden did or didn't do doesn't matter. Like, it didn't matter. He could have dropped out a year ago or not. Like, they were never going to vote for the black woman. But I pointed out that there's a whole like constituency of like stupid fucking people who this was their first election to vote for. So like because I said like anybody, like it's on us. It doesn't matter. It's on us. Anybody that remembered Trump's first term realizes like it doesn't matter who the Democrat nominee is. Like it was avoid Trump at all costs. And then like as I'm typing that, I'm like, oh shit, like we have a whole bunch of people that were too young to vote in the election in 2020. And now like those are like the ones that are like the fucking assholes in the manosphere and the like trad wife shit. And like, it's kind of crazy, like how not they're the
they got
kingmakers,
radicalized,
but
yeah.
like they got radicalized. And it's because you don't remember how bad it was.
Right.
Yeah, they were kids.
Because they were children.
They were children. They were children that were like doing virtual schooling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Back to wherever we were going with this. Facey back. Woo! Gott says, how is 400 possible? This is huge. Congratulations to all my favorite broads and to all the honorary broads as well. Yay, all of us. Woo!
Yay.
Rose says, yay, 400 wowza. Congratulations. I've listened to everyone. Broads Day is the best day.
Aww.
Jessica says, 400th show. Congrats, ladies. If you add 6 more zeros at the end, you'll have a free jet.
Oh, darn.
Man, guys, I don't think we're going to make it to 400 billion episodes. I'm sorry. I'm going to put that out there. We're going to be done way before we get to 400 billion episodes. I think the retirement age for podcasters is 400,000 episodes.
Yeah.
JK. We all know Colleen loves numbers. I'm not sure it's fate or coincidence that the number 400 has been used a lot over the last few days. I just want to thank you, ladies. You three have truly made the last decade or so more tolerable. I just hope you are still podcasting when someone leaves forever and we can have a fun post-election celebration. Love you, ladies. Woo,
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, a lot to unpack here. First of all, if you think about it, when we celebrate our 10th birthday 1 month from now, it will be 10 years, but 11, like 10th birthday, but 11 years that we've been around. Because we started in, oh, no, just kidding. Just fucking kidding. 9 years. Okay.
This is just like our first birthday where we couldn't figure out how old we were.
Like, how do birthdays work?
Well, I was thinking about it like, oh, Gott is here just in time.
Hey.
Hey.
I was thinking about it though. Like Obama was still president when we first started.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, because Trump was elected in our first season.
Right, because I guess there wouldn't have been.
We didn't know if we were going to be political or not.
Yeah.
We didn't know if we were going to be political or not. And then obviously we went through the pandemic and Biden was elected, and now we're back to Trump. So like, if it was Harris, we would have been through 4 presidents, but now we've been through like 3.5. But still,
dude,
it's crazy that we think about it. Like Obama was still fucking president when we started this.
Oh my gosh, that just blew my brain apart.
I know. Janet says, I look forward to old broadcast. She means like us being old.
The post-Cougar era.
The post-Cougar era, yes. Which brings me to my second point of Jessica's message is that I don't know, like it might be a long time, like it might be 20 years. I don't know if we're still doing this in 20 years. I love you guys, but I don't know if we're still doing this in 20 years. All right. Matt says, I saw Summer of 69. It's one of those movies that's 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. I'd still recommend. The script could use another draft, but Sam Morales and Chloe Feynman were fun together, and there were some good laughs. I guess you could say it was nice. All right. I mean, we could always say something 69 is nice. Under the right conditions. Old broads podcasting. But who is shitting? Who is shitting? The bed? I think we mean Trump. It's always Trump.
Who is shitting? Do we have a shitgate?
Ooh. I don't know. While we try to figure that out, let's do some 400 stuff real quick while we're doing this. Okay, it's not gonna be real quick. It's me, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so I went through 418 episodes.
Right, because spoiler alert, we've actually done more than 400.
We've done more than 400. And there were some that I'd forgotten we were doing. Do you remember, and I did not remember this, that we did a special episode during the season 39 of Survivor when Dan Spilo touched that girl Kelly and got kicked out. And we did like this whole special episode on it. Like we talked about it on the show and it was 30 minutes long, and I took the whole 32 minutes out and made it its own bonus episode that we put on the main feed.
Oh, damn.
Gee, I even participate in that because you just said a lot of words and none of them ring any bells.
You did not, and I would say that is not a season that you need to catch up on.
No.
Of Survivor, you mean, not of the broadcast.
Yeah, no, all of our seasons.
We were great.
We were totally worth it. Okay, but real quick. Okay, episode 300. I'm sorry. JK, let me start again. Episode 100 was 310. It was released on September 9th, 2018. It was called Party Like It's Our 100th Birthday. Wow. Then episode 200 was episode 520. It was actually a Broadsgiving episode. We called it the Broad Zoom Table. It was 11/25/2020.
Oh,
nice.
COVID. Like damn.
Yeah. And then episode 300 was 730. You're seeing a trend here. Every 2 years plus 10. Yeah. It was episode 730. It was on February 17th, 2023. We called it I can't read my handwriting. Drop the something. Broad CCC. Oh, I think it says drop the cork. Drop the something. Drop the cork. Broad CCC. And that was February 2023. Because CCC is 300.
Roman numerals. Shit.
Yeah. And then obviously today is 9:40 and it is May. And whatever we said was going to be the title is going to be the title. Anyway, I was also looking through. There are some like real fun titles that we've had throughout the years. If you'll indulge me for a couple of minutes here. Obviously, you know, our very first episode was called Almost Cougars. We also had an episode 1.5 called Nipples Everywhere. I don't know what that was about.
Probably fun.
One of our highest downloaded episodes was called Kate McKinnon, Donald Trump, and Taylor Swift. And I'm pretty sure it was because the title had all of the keywords.
I do remember, yeah.
And we did that on purpose, right?
Yeah, we did. We did it on purpose.
And that was
optimization.
That was from August 12th, 2012. So, I'm sorry, August 12th, 2016. We had that whole friend zone thing. And the headphone thing.
That was a whole moment in time, huh?
That was a whole moment. One of my favorite episode titles that came from very early on, November 4th, 2016, just in the before times.
Oh.
Like, just in the before times.
Yeah.
It was called Rock, Paper, Scissoring. And I may say that was a good title.
That was a good title. That's really funny.
I know.
Very solid. Very solid.
Let's see what else. Which is the one that was when okay, do you guys remember? Okay. This name does not really reflect, I don't think, but there was an episode in our first season where Jeff Sessions was going through confirmation hearings.
Sessions. Wow.
And the P tape had just come out. Like the rumors of the P tape.
Rumors, right? Not the actual.
Rumors.
We never got the tape.
No.
And Shandy and I were we lost it the entire episode. And Amanda was so mad the whole time. She was like, guys, this is not funny, okay? There are real people that could do real harm to this country getting confirmed right
That's
now.
how I was dealing with my grief. It was not funny. It was not a laughing matter. I was not ready to joke about it.
And we're like,
And
yeah,
we were like, we
pissed
have to
on.
laugh at something. We're like, everything
was
is the
just not-
worst, and we have to laugh about this.
I was just not there on my grief journey.
And that title was actually called Just a Tippler.
I do remember that title.
I hadn't remembered it.
God, we did have some good titles.
We had some really good titles. There was also the infamous A Sad Fat Dragon with No Friends. After the meetup we were all at.
Except for me. I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there?
No, I wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the next year. I heard about it from you guys.
Moving on, we had Mayday Bitches, which is where my mug comes from.
Yay.
Let's see what else. Oh, remember we did the Fancy Panties song.
Oh yeah.
Which was a play on the song from the Survivor thing. What's her name?
It's sounding vaguely familiar, but I can't. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Who was that? That was from an early season.
Was it Liesel or something?
Oh, this is where we need Paul. It was you're on the right track.
Yeah, but she did the Fancy Panties song.
Oh my god, let me Google this shit.
While you're doing
and
that,
it was a super early season, right?
Lisette, Liesel.
Fancy Panty Survivor song.
Yeah.
Destiny's Child is the first thing that comes up. That's
Definitely not that.
What the hell? Come on.
Let's see.
Because I'm a survivor. It's like, what the hell? It's a word survivor is throwing this off. Yeah, I think it's Lisa something, right? Or
guys, this is the stuff that usually gets cut out.
Right, yeah. But this is too important. God, I wish Paul was here.
Text him.
Okay, I will. Texting Paul right now, and my message is what is the Fancy Panties song from a Survivor contestant? Question mark? Let's see. Because this is very important. This is
super
everyone...
important, actually. I try to not let this much dead air come through, but like this is very.
We have to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, God says there is no friend zone. Janet says the P tape seems so quaint now.
Yeah, they really kind of do.
They do.
Okay, so my very favorite last 20 minutes in the episode.
Pretty boy.
Yeah, right.
Pretty boy,
yeah.
or little boy, or other weird lyrics.
Somebody knows it out there.
Come on.
We did a whole fucking thing on it. But okay, so moving along very quickly, the one that is
Tidy Whities,
Tidy Whities, little boy, Tidy Whities.
Tidy Whities Survivor song.
I didn't realize it was a
Um,
Survivor thing. I just thought it was just like an internet meme thing.
Lacey and
Lacey.
live on Survivor Oz. Okay, no, we just need Lacey Linares.
There we
go.
Mm.
Okay, now I'm texting Paul. Never mind.
I found it.
Just remembered.
Wait, who told you that? It's not in the chat. Did somebody text you it?
No, I just remembered it. I had to start singing it.
Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy Whitey's.
Tidy.
Oh my god.
And wait, what? Okay, so it was Lacey
Linares.
Linares.
Linares?
Yeah, her when you Google her, she comes up as musical artist. Nice. Survivor. I want to know
hold on.
what season she was on. Fiji. Wow.
Okay, while you're doing that, can you guys hear this? Does this let me share it? Hold on. How do I present screen? I don't know. I might not be able to share the screen for YouTube. You guys hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy.
Amanda's face.
Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy Whitey's.
Is she serious?
Tidy Whitey's little boy.
I think so.
Have you fucked in an elevator? Have you fucked with a vibrator? Have you fucked in a bar?
Have you fucked in a car?
Have you fucked in a bathroom? Have you fucked in a classroom? Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy
I don't know how it never came up the first time around that there was
a
video.
In a hot tub, had more than one person to rub. Tidy Whitey's. Have you fucked in your mouth? Have you been fucked up your ass? Have you fucked with your fist?
She's not very
Had
subtle
an
with the
orifice
lyrics.
up to your
No.
wrist. Tidy Whitey's. Tidy Whitey's little boy. Tidy Whitey's.
And Tidy Whitey's little boy.
It just doesn't make
Tidy
any sense.
I forgot all about that. We made a whole fucking song that we released back in 2017 called Fancy Pansies. We did.
Yeah, I remember glimmers of this. I don't remember.
Yeah. We're not going to replay it
full
right
details.
now, but
Yeah.
I promise that if you stick around after the credits, after we fucking finish this episode, I will play it on the back end because why not? It was from July 2017. I will download it and I will stick it on the end of this. That's what she said. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say is my favorite final 20 minutes of any episode we've ever done was in August 2017, the one with all the doom porn. And it was when we were doing the love letters with Kim Jong-un and we were making fun of the fallout shelters. And truly so funny. And I just realized that this is going to be super untenable to go through all of this like I thought it was going to be. So just real quick. Okay. Another fun one, the Ted Cruz porn party. That was when Ted Cruz got caught with the porn thing. And us and the Ramblecast After Dark, we went in together that we both named our episode that came out on the same day, the Ted Cruz porn party.
Wow.
There was also the right to bear arms, BARE, which was named by Drake.
You're exercising that right tonight, Colleen.
I am. It's very hot. It's very hot down here. Okay, let's see real quick. What else we got? Sorry. Well, we went through a stretch here where they were just okay. Shandy went to the
era.
the mediocre era. Oh, remember when Dan made us watch that stupid apartment fucking whatever it was called movie?
I don't think I ever watched
The Apartment. We watched it. We talked about it.
Stupid movie. I like The Apartment.
Okay, well, we watched it because Dan made us, but we called it Airbnb for booty calls. And honestly, I stick by that. Let's see. Oh, there's a Wikipedia page for that. That was when we looked up something really bad on Wikipedia and we're like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, we went on like some crazy like Wikipedia
we went on some
rabbit
crazy
hole.
journey. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Broads are back for episode 109, which is also the same number as the number of Trump scandals we've had since our last episode on Election Day. This was November 2018. They discuss midterm results, Amanda's trip to Raleigh, Shandy's smoky weekend, favorite Thanksgiving food, and make a credible discovery about Wikipedia pages that they probably are literally the last people in the world to not have known. What was it, though?
What
Oh my
was
goodness.
it?
I don't know.
It was definitely,
but
it was
I don't
definitely
remember
something porn.
No.
It's always
There,
something
yes,
porn.
yes. I think there was like not explicit content, but like, was it something about genitalia? And it was just like very detailed, like that kind of.
It was something. It was definitely something very descriptive.
With like illustrations, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, if I wasn't in the middle of writing a book, I would have listened to this all day.
You can't re-listen to 399 episodes.
Not in one day.
Exactly. Yeah. I cannot. Let's see. I think this one was inspired by David Gott. It's called "And What Do We Say to the God of Tequila?"
Oh, that was me. That was you.
That was you.
I said that at Raleigh.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I remember why you did too. I remember.
I mean, the reason why I did, to be fair, was inspired by David Gott.
Oh, but I remember what happened.
But I'm proud of that line.
And the picture that is still out there somewhere.
No, it is not. It was deleted. It was deleted.
I don't know if it was deleted. Was it deleted?
It was deleted. They showed me
it
was deleted. I'm fairly sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel comfortable that it was deleted.
Okay.
Saying that, yeah. I feel confident.
That was quickly followed up by the episode Rocks, which was
another Survivor reference.
No, that was when Cersei dies.
Oh, right.
But the Rocks is it's both.
It is, but we were specifically talking about.
I know, but that's why I say Rocks like that.
And also, if you remember us talking about that when it ended, because that was when Game of Thrones ended in May 2019. That was only that was only season 3.
Wow.
You're fucking welcome, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that like 2019 was like 50 years ago just is wild to me.
6 years ago.
Yeah. It's like, no, that was 4 years ago tops.
Exactly. Like the fucking COVID time slip.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
Remember back 6 years ago when we talked to the people from In the Dark?
Oh, yeah.
That seems like a dream.
And they were very boring. We were like, give us something. Like, we're very glad that they did it.
Still can't believe they came on our little podcast.
I know, that was so awesome.
I think they probably also couldn't believe they came on our little podcast.
I agreed.
I think they
we got them
because they couldn't wait to get off.
How did we get it? Yeah.
I don't know. I think one of us just emailed them and they were like, okay.
I did. I emailed them.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. I remember Alex was up Jay was out of town. Alex was up all night. Zachary was with like my parents because he was tracked out or something. And it was just me and Alex. And he was like up all night. I was like, I cannot believe this. Let's see. Lions and Tigers and Meth. Oh my. That was the one where we talked about
Math.
Tiger King.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes so much
Tiger
sense.
King.
Oh, that was during the COVID times.
That was during the COVID times. Then Jason's D started during the COVID times.
Oh yeah.
And Broad Topics started during the COVID times.
Wow.
Wow.
And then one of my other favorite episodes, Feminism is WAP.
Oh my gosh.
Which is when we talked about Ben Shapiro reading the WAP lyrics. Wet ass pussy. This is wet ass pussy. And I remember the fucking trolls came on the YouTube comments and were like screaming about how awful we were. So then we named the next episode, If It Quacks Like a Feminist. Quack, quack, quack. Oh, here's the one where RBG died. We called it the Glorious RBG. We're not going to talk about that. No, too soon.
That was tough.
Oh, that was real tough. It's still real tough.
It's still real tough.
One of my other favorite titles is Charcuterie in the Street, Lunchable in the Sheets.
That's fantastic.
I know, right? And the best part is that was not about Dr. Oz.
Oh, damn.
That would have been before Dr. Oz, yeah?
It was 2 years before Dr. Oz.
Wow. Wow.
I know, good times. Let's see what else real fast. Licky Stickies and Bloody Floaties. I loved when we were doing those. I'm really sad that we ran out of them.
I know.
Yeah, real bummed. Let's see. Oh, there's where Eden was born.
Oh.
It's what else? Fuck the Giving Tree. Still, I mean it. Fuck the Giving Tree.
Yes, terrible book.
Our 5th birthday episode, 5 years with hers, which we're not going to go through because we're still, like 5 years ago, which is nuts. Anyway, I feel like this is a good place to stop. If you want to hear the next 5 years of broadcast episode titles, stay tuned. Oh my God. Okay. On that note, everybody, what do we have next? Oh, Shandy, you had a whole ass thing about 400. Let's do that. And then let's finish with the Master She Said, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, okay. We'll do a toast. Ooh. Now this is wet. This is very wet and very difficult to open. So I'm going to find something to open it with while Shandy reads about 400s.
Okay. And then
I mean like a fucking pillowcase, by the way. Okay.
You do you.
Yes. We also did get a 400 message from Andy.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so some 400 stuff. I was just like numbers, broads, 400.
Yeah.
Woo!
Anyway, the interwebs say that in numerology and astrology, the number 400 doesn't really have a lot of standalone meaning. But multi-digit numbers are often reduced to a single digit by adding the digits together. We do sometimes like to do that as well.
Yes.
So 400, that's 4, right? 4 plus 0 plus 0. Yes. So it resonates with the energy of number 4, but with amplified influence due to the zeros. And it's a 4 is associated with structure, stability, and foundation, hard work and discipline. I mean, 400 episodes. Responsibility and practicality, and building strong roots for future success. 400 million episodes.
Woo!
0 in numerology symbolizes potential and or divine connection, amplification of the numbers it's with, as we said, wholeness, eternity, spiritual journey. Therefore, 400 suggests a powerful, grounded energy focused on building something lasting and meaningful, possibly guided or supported by a spiritual or unforeseen force, #universe. It may also imply that you're at a point of creating a strong foundation for future growth, especially with spiritual or life purpose alignment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah. In summary, foundation stability, amplified purpose, or divine guidance, but could be viewed as a message to build a secure base and align with higher purpose. So there we go.
So what's our higher purpose? I guess we're gonna have to see what the next few months bring. I feel like a lot of higher purposes are starting to be realized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more so than just a tippler. Which, if I may, because it's never just like end it right here with me. Some of my other favorite ones in 6 were Nadia, Killy, and the Unicorn, because we had the fucking best costumes. Aguda Raclette.
Aguda Raclette.
2 Dudes, 2 Tips. And Damn Liberals and Their Toxic Socks. Which I loved that one. Okay. On that note, though, let's finish up with an Andy update, and then we will do our Match What She Said.
All right.
And
All
a
right.
toast.
So
And a toast.
and a toast. Andy writes in this week, this 400 episode block in Andy's, and I cut off the title. Sorry, Andy. He writes in, "Hey broads, no updates this week, but I wanted to wish you a happy 400th episode. Thanks for listening to me for most of them, even as it hasn't really been about dating for like 6 years. Also, sorry for wishing you a happy masturbation month last week, but not happy Mother's Day."
Totally fine.
That's yeah.
Hashtag I'm with hers 400, which sounds like a feminist car race. Andy. It truly does. Thanks, Andy.
Okay, so that actually, Andy, your email reminds me of this thing that Jay sent me, a Mother's Day thing from The Onion. Perhaps you guys have seen it already, but it says, "Mom served breakfast in bed served to mom who just got eaten out." Which I like.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Andy, long story short, you can do both. Wish us a happy masturbation month for Mother's Day.
It's true.
Okay, we'll do the Match What She Said, and then we'll do the toast, of which, yes, I did bring down a little shot glass full of cranberry juice because I don't like straight champagne. Okay.
Hey, you do you.
All right. I did.
Yeah.
Much like Happy Masturbation Month. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. This is the point of the time where my cat is chasing her tail on the bed.
She's so cute.
She is very adorable. All right, here we go.
All right. Did you see the size of his crown?
You need to ease them in.
Finishers get 2 beers and a bottle of wine.
I don't want to sign up, but I want to come.
Then it was moved back. Then it was moved up like 3 times. Then it was moved back again. And it was kind of wild.
It's too close to the top. I'm gonna explode.
The whole thing goes all over me.
Liquids were flying in the air.
We can do it at this height.
I hope he comes out too.
The true MVP has to be the middle finger doing its job and the index finger shove.
Mom served breakfast in bed. What made it wild was the last 60 seconds.
A reference that I
boy.
now get
Yep.
and agree was just like so dumb.
Such a douche nozzle.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? Oh, the last 60 seconds of Survivor. Yes. Stand up.
Excuse me while I stand up.
Yeah,
Get
you
your
guys
face
had
right, though. You got to be scowling.
and you got to
Wait,
make sure
how
that
is
yeah. Shandy's doing her best impression of David on Survivor right now. All right, it's time for a toast. David got asked where's the tequila. I don't know, David. Did you send us fucking tequila to toast with? No.
I didn't
Okay.
receive any tequila in the mail.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
it's
But I do have some beer left.
beer, champagne, and Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Oh, you're using your Amanda glass.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Five. Woo.
And I'm using a broadcast
You're using
glass.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean,
had
we
that
had so much
before.
broadcast glassware. How could
We
I not?
need to have Jacob or somebody make us 10-year anniversary glasses because we have broadcast 5 glasses. All
We
of us.
do.
Yeah,
We do.
I use that glass still. I love that glass.
Yeah. We need to somebody help us, or I'll get Jacob, but or help us. We for ideas. We need to get a broadcast 10 years. Okay,
Mhm.
but we're not quite there yet. That's a toast for another month.
Yep.
Which I believe the way the dates work out, that will be Tuesday, June 17th. While I have your attention, our birthday itself is it's the 14th. Saturday, June 14th, which is they're throwing us a military parade, guys.
Oh boy.
It's the Army's 250th.
Finally
Yeah.
getting what we deserve.
Yeah.
Also, just a total side note update.
it's our
Paul just-
it's our 405th episode, and we're getting a military parade.
There we go.
Woo.
There we go. Look at us. Paul just texted me back just to close
Tidy
this loop
whitey.
out.
Mm.
And he said, haha, I was just singing that at my birthday party last month.
No fucking way. Did you ask him, have you fucked in an elevator? Have you fucked in a dumbwaiter? Have you fucked in a car? Have you fucked really far? Please respond with the copy and paste the right ones, but please respond to him with that. Did you fuck at a birthday party? Did you fuck with my good friend Marty, Tighty Whitey's little boy?
Oh my God.
Marty was one of our German professors. That gets awkward.
Mm.
At least it makes the question not weird. We're supposed to be doing a toast.
Yes.
All right. Here is to 400 episodes. And I don't know how many more, but however many they are, may they be successful and entertaining for all of you and very easy to edit for all of me.
Yes. With good titles.
And happy titles.
Yep. May
Yes.
the good titles be plentiful,
3 girls, 3 cups.
and the edits be not.
Oh, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So thank you to everybody who joined us live in the chat. We'll be live again next month on June 17th for our birthday. And I really, really hope everybody joins us. We are super fun, all of the time, honestly. Sometimes we're not, but most of the time we are.
You're really selling it.
I do my best. I just want to be honest, okay? Every once in a while, every once in a while, the real world seeps in. But that's why we need all of you. No, but honestly, though, thank you all for joining us tonight. It really means a lot. I hope that you'll join us again next month. Cheers, congratulations. And yes, thanks to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute at a certain level. And it'd be Eckhart, Rickner, Magda, Magnificent, Joanna, the Planet Ed, the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Now that I've said their names, I'm going to take a sip because I can't fuck it up. If you want to send us any feedback, send it to thebroadcasters3@gmail.com or give us a call 331-276-2373. Did it leave anything out?
I think you got it.
All right. If you're a fan of Survivor, check out the other shows on the network, which include Survivor JJC and The Amazing Race with Jack and Cindy, and the Rumblecast After Dark, which is like this dude bro show where they half of them hate everything women related and half of them don't. So it's cool. No, I'm just kidding.
One of them thinks the friend zone is a thing.
No, that's just Scott. And he's not on it.
I thought it was Boston.
Oh God, that was like 10 years ago, Shandy. That was our first fucking season.
Did we have like a lengthy crossover episode where we talked about the friend zone?
Probably.
Yes, we
Probably.
did. It was a patron.
Back when we did crossovers. It was
a patron level. It was a patron level. But like everybody on, a lot of people on here right now also listen to Rumblecast After Dark. But like there was an argument that broke out recently within the last 3 months in which two of them were like on Team Doge and two of them weren't. And I will say that
oh dear,
Matt and Boston were anti-Team Doge.
That checks out.
Yeah. Which I didn't listen to the episode because I try to listen to them when I like download and post them, but like I saw the description and I texted Matt and I was like, hey dude, do I want to listen to this one? He was like, you do not. And I was like, I will not then. I was like, thank you for saving me a few hours of my life.
We're looking out. You're a real pal.
Yeah. All right. On that note, though, we love everybody, even our Doge loving friends, and family. Okay, just kidding. Okay, no, seriously though, thanks everybody. We will see you next week. On that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.